So, my name is Chris Cook. I'm Senior PR Manager at Wargaming here in the US. Really excited to show all the MMORPG.com folks, really for the first time, World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition. We announced this yesterday at the Microsoft press conference. Our CEO, Victor Kisley, was on the stage, really sort of just showing the world what we've been working on for a really long time and what we're extremely excited about. So, obviously, World of Tanks is coming to console. Xbox 360, our partnership with Microsoft has been great so far, and we get a lot of questions from people as to, well, how did you choose Microsoft? Like, what were your plans in terms of coming to console? And we looked at a lot of different partners, we looked at a lot of different platforms, but Microsoft really has a great pedigree and history, particularly when it comes to online gaming. The live platform has been tremendous for us, not only from a technological standpoint, but also from a community one. They have 48 million live subscribers in their system, and we want to bring the game to as many people as possible. So right now we're actually right in the game. We're playing against other people here at E3 and some folks at our Wargaming West office who built the game really from the ground up for the platform. I want to tell everyone out there, this isn't a port. This isn't something that we just took from the PC, slapped some new visuals on it, and put on a console. Wargaming West in Chicago have really built this game from scratch. I like to kind of think of it as World of Tanks that's been inspired by the PC version, but at the same time you're going to see a lot of the trademark action, team-based combat, and strategy have really carried over well into it. So right now our fearless tanker Jeremy is in a match playing against some other folks. Like I mentioned before, the game really built for the 360. Really important to mention too, the controls. World of Tanks on the PC, obviously it's a keyboard and mouse kind of game. The development team has been really focused on making sure that we take that keyboard mouse experience and bring it to a controller and really try not to lose any functionality, any usability, make the experience as intuitive as it was on the PC. Oh no, it's right behind you. I think Xbox 360 gamers who are familiar with traditional FPS controls are going to find this really easy to pick up and play and have a very, very low barrier in terms of learning how to do the controls. Left trigger is zoom, right trigger is shoot, two sticks are move. Those are the main basic functions and controls for the game. Really easy and simple to pick up. Oh, so there you go. We just took down a tank. Just like in the PC version of the game as well, we're going to have 15 versus 15 multiplayer. Right now, we're actually telling folks to go to www.worldoftanks.com/Xbox. Right now, you can go there. You can actually sign up for the beta. We're going to start letting people in smaller batches starting this weekend. So we're really excited to get people into the game, really see what they think about it, and really, from a technological standpoint, see how our servers hold up. So starting this weekend, we're going to start letting players in to really experience the game. During the beta phase, we're going to have two countries, the US and Germany. At launch, we're going to actually add a third country, the UK. We're targeting right now for the beta 2 maps, and when the game comes out, we'll have, I'm thinking probably 2 to 3 maps as well as 60 tanks. So, just like the PC version as well, we're not going to end with just 3 nations and 60 tanks. World of Tanks on the PC, I think we've put out about 25 updates. Since the game came out, we have really, really rich, robust plans to keep this game growing as well. We'll be putting out new nations, new tanks, new maps, new modes, a lot of new personalization and customization options as well. So we're really looking forward to growing this game even bigger, but really specifically for the Xbox 360 audience. Well, this is a pretty even match right now. Just like in the PC version, Jeremy's kind of being smart. He's using the environment, he's using the geography to sort of keep himself alive. I think he may, he may be close to done. Oh, Jeremy? Oh, that guy didn't even see him. Like I mentioned before, really deep integration with Live, so we're going to support fully voice chat for players. You can communicate with your team, you can communicate with other players. It's going to be a really fun experience. Oh, he's almost got him. Oh no. Any questions from you guys? Actually, anything you want to know specifically about the game?
Yeah, I guess we were talking about Xbox 360. Are there plans then to scale up for the...
I think, we're always looking at new platforms, and we're always looking at trying to get our games into as many hands as possible. The thing, we looked at next gen, and we're interested by the technology and what's coming for that, but from a company standpoint, we want to put our games into as many hands as possible. And obviously, the 360 has tens upon tens of million consoles out there. 48 million Xbox Live subscribers. I think last time I heard about 75 million 360s out there. So it seemed like a great match for us. We want to go out there. We want to hit as many people as we can. Next gen,
Wait and see.
we'll wait and see. Obviously,
Wii U?
we'll wait and see.
Chris, how in depth is the controls in terms of like when you had to adapt it down from the PC
Sure.
to the console? What was your biggest challenge in getting the controls correct?
I think making the biggest challenge in making the controls from transitioning them from PC to console was making sure that they stayed intuitive and that you weren't ending up fighting the controls and taking yourself out of the game. I think like everything you can basically do in the PC version in terms of controls, you can do on the controller. And I think the development team it's a testament to just their dedication and their hard work in making sure that the transition is going to be really seamless.
Joe had a good question about your account for World of Tanks PC Edition. Can you use the same account to when this goes live for the Xbox 360?
No, we're actually going to keep the accounts separated.
Okay, because it's got to tie into Xbox Live, I assume?
Exactly.
What about in terms of
As your follow-up on that one, there's something that will it be like incentive for the people on the PC to jump over at all? I know people have been
We're still looking at ideas, and
time.
we're still looking at ideas on how we can do that. The goal of this game, like we get asked a lot, is like, well, you're trying to get PC players to come to 360, and we're kind of not. It's like we've got 60 million registered players for the PC version. Obviously, if they're going to come to 360, they're more than welcome. We want them to come. We want them to have fun, but World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition is really introducing the game to a whole new audience. And we're going to make sure that we really focus on them pretty heavily and get them in and get them learning how the game plays and what's made it so successful on the PC.
Is the tank progression going to be similar, or I should say identical?
Yeah, actually, we can actually jump into the tech tree.
Yeah, and your squad and everything else.
Right bumper. Doop, doop, doop. I hit A. So if you take a look here, this looks familiar to you. If you've played PC World of Tanks, exact same kind of system. You're winning credits and resources while you're playing. You're using that to research and unlock new modules for your tanks, and eventually unlock your way through the tech tree up to the real big heavies up here.
Chris, what do you talk about in terms of barriers of entry getting into a match on the 360? Do you guys have sets of, you said it's 15 versus 15?
Yes.
How do you filter players in quickly to get them into the fights as fast as possible?
Awesome matchmaking. That's really the answer to the question, and it still goes back to that great partnership with Microsoft and then the live platform is that we can work with them to make sure that matchmaking is awesome.
Right.
That people at certain tiers are going into the matches with the people they should be playing against of equal, lesser, or greater skill. We don't want people coming into the game and immediately getting blown up by a tier 5 tank when they're tier 1, So we're working hard to make sure that matchmaking and balance is going to be really, really of the utmost importance. Any other questions? He's thinking back there. He's like,
Been thinking face. You recently announced not too long ago, you're getting rid of the sort of pay to win mentality.
Sure.
How does that factor in here with the Xbox 360? Can you talk about that sort of monetization at all?
Not quite. We're still working with Microsoft on a lot of the specifics about monetization. I think though that if you'll notice that it's going to be something that we're going to focus on making sure is level for everyone. You mentioned before we announced recently our sort of what we're calling free to win. And making sure that the playing field is level whether you're paying or not. And so we're gonna try our best to follow that same suit here because obviously whether you're like a veteran player of this game or you're a newcomer, we want to make sure that the experience is going to be great no matter what.
This is a forward-thinking question, obviously, not specifically about this game, but I have to ask. You have more than one game. This is obviously your flagship,
Sure.
fantastic, huge title. You've got others in the pipeline. Is this sort of testing the waters to see if others can make it to the console as well?
I think so. It's like obviously, like I mentioned before, we're always looking at trying to bring our titles to new platforms and new people. This is obviously, like you mentioned, this is a big step for us. We've never been on console before, and we're confident that our partnership with Microsoft is going to be a great success, and we're going to have lots of players, and everyone's going to be happy. Yeah, but yeah, I think we'll look at this and see how it goes, and obviously, if it's tremendous success, I think it'll be a good incentive for us to take a look at our future titles and decide on where they're going as well besides PC. So one thing I want to actually mention. So, well, never mind.
Oh,
Let's,
it's on camera.
let's cut that part out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That's all right. Looks awesome.
Nothing else?
Looks really clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, really clean.
So and it's coming out summer.
All
right, really.
Sign up for the beta now.
I want to play it.
Yeah. So yeah, if you go to worldoftanks.com/Xbox, you can go up there now. You can actually sign up to be part of the beta. A little bit later, but we're starting actually this weekend, and we'll be continuing pretty much for a bit of time, opening up, letting people in.